your politics, wherever you go bloat it, whereby people fuck each other, where people shout each other. Malawi is not one. Therefore, get out. We need leaders that will give us the contentment of culture, traditions, and our way of life. We wanted to say that. So, Mackerel and MBC, you are on the firing line. Whatever days we gave you, we don't understand, because if it was Zodiac or Times or any other private radio or TV, you could have closed them right away, and the person who did this could be arrested or charged in court. Therefore, we know that the 7 days you gave is just an excuse. You are not going to do anything, because that is what you wanted. You know the politics of insulting people. You don't know politics of points, policies, and ideologies. That is where you are failures. Now I want to say to DPP and UDF, this campaign that you have undertaken will not win you even any votes. Because now I got an intel that Mr. Munthalika on the 2019 elections, he got 823,000 votes. Jenny ANSAH added another 1.1 to Mr. Peter Munthalika. What a shame. What a shame, Mr. Jenny ANSAH. Because of this secret, we don't want to see you anywhere near my electoral commission. We don't want to see you anywhere near running these elections, because you are a criminal woman. We don't need you. You must get out, and nobody should listen to you. We need a new electoral commission. I have a report here that explains that Peter Munthalika won 823,000 votes in 2019. Lazarus Chakwera won 2.3 million votes, and you stole from him. And you expect us to laugh and smile with you. Our country is in chaos. Our country is destroyed. Our country has lost trust in leadership because of you, Jenny ANSAH. You need to get you out, because we have fired you, and we see you are still making preparations, and you have the audacity to go around there, tell people that we need to change the calendar of elections. Elections must be done on 23. When did you realize that it is the job of my electoral commission, Malawi Parliament, to give the date? Didn't my Parliament give a date and reject it? Didn't Parliament made 19th May as a date of election and you rejected? Now what has come in your mind to change? Mrs. Jenny ANSAH, don't play with souls of Malawians. We are talking about 18 million souls here. So one soul cannot overpower 18 million citizens. I warn you. I warn you. Movie number 2. 3-4 weeks ago, we have been appealing to the government of the Republic of Malawi to provide means and transport to remove our people from South Africa to come back home. Unfortunately and disappointingly, we hear in the public radio that government has sent buses to Malawi to collect people. We want to clarify the matter here. Malawi government did not send the buses to pick Malawians. Malawi government has asked buses that can go and pick those that have got money in South Africa to get into their bus and come home. Stop propaganda. This is election time. We don't want lies. You are not going to win a vote by lies. As far as Muvi Chilungamo is concerned, that will not happen. You are not going to manage. If you lie, we are going to say you are lying. If you do propaganda, we'll tell you that this is propaganda. And you must be very ashamed, government. You are sending people after Mwanza border, receive 16 bodies of Malawians. We warned you about this. We talked about this before life was lost. And now after 16 bodies alive, you come and you claim these people died of coronavirus. What nonsense is that? These Malawians died of hunger in South Africa. They did not die of coronavirus. So you should stop lying to Malawians. The buses that you send is the buses that people should pay, and you are charging them high. How can a person pay 2,500 to go to Malawi from South Africa? Normal buses don't pay like that, and you are charging more, taking advantage of the troubles that your own people are suffering, and you expect them to give you votes on the 2nd July. you should ask which Malawians will give you that vote. Because those Malawians in South Africa have got relatives in Malawi. They have got families in Malawi. And when they hear that their loved ones are dead because of hunger, and you lie to say it's COVID-19, how are they going to give you their vote? Never. They are not going to give their vote. So you must stop. There are Malawians that have tried to gather a number of people that have gathered money together so that they should go home. But there are people in Malawi who don't have anything, in South Africa, who wants to go home. If you are a good government and you need votes, send buses free so that Malawians who are stranded in South Africa can take them to go back home. Then we will sit back here and thank you. We will sit again here and ask their relatives to give you votes. Failing which, no vote for you. Because you are liars. Secondly, you use propaganda. Thirdly, you are gaining ground of politics on dead bodies. The moment you are standing up is the moment that 16 bodies have arrived at Mwanza border. Coming on a bus. Are these bodies still, on the way from South Africa? How many days? Dead bodies? We cannot thank you for that. We are very sorry. We cannot thank you for that. Because these bodies have already been decomposed. Their families will not even know who they are. Because you are a government that never cares. But when you do something, you lie to the country. We provided buses. Say the truth. We ask the bus owners to go and collect Malawians that have got money to pay to come back home. But you failed to think of those that don't have money. Because as we speak, we are receiving phones every day. That what about us who don't have money? How are we going to go back, Mr. Juma? Can you help us? And I'm not in the government. I'm just a speaker of the truth. Those of money is you. Do something. You have taken a lot of money from Malawians. 5 years. These Malawians must come back home. And it's your obligation. And some people are asking me that if it's impossible, at least ask the government to provide 200 rand for our daily bread. So that maybe COVID-19 lockdown will be eased soon. We can survive with that 200. Now, if you're a good government and a caring government, we say provide something, provisions for them in South Africa there. Provide something for them so that they can buy food, they can buy bread and survive during this lockdown, which is in stage 4 now. If you can, let us hear. Movie number 3. Rumors are coming in that there was a meeting at State House where some people who don't have shame said that government is a government. Courts cannot be running a country. Well, I wish you could join me on this platform of Muvi. Let's face each other and debate. Where do you get those words that courts cannot run a country? Don't you know that we don't have a government in Malawi now? Don't you know that you are not elected in the government? So why do you say courts cannot be running government? Yes. If and when there's a political party that cheats election. If and when there's a government that is a crook. Yes, if and when there are people that believe that they can be in power by stealing using T-Pex. This is what happens. Courts run the country. And this is what is happening now. Because you don't have the right. You have got no power. You are not duly elected. Therefore, we heard that you are trying to seek change of days that maybe, and you are contradicting yourself. Some people say election must be extended 1 year so that you can remain in power. Others are saying no, election must be shortened so that we can run election on 23 June. As Jenny ANSAH said, we want to say something. You lost your credibility on the 29th May, on 21st May 2019. This is the day you lost your credibility. Nobody trusts you at all. No one. Because this is why I said this 2 days ago, that the people that are in panic, the people that are under pressure, it is those that change their sentences each and every day. Today you say this, tomorrow you say that, the other day you say that. Now I want to tell you, whether Jenny ANSAH say elections must be done tomorrow, 23 June or 2 July, Malawians are ready to go and cast their vote. It is you who is trying to play these tricks, thinking that Malawians of today are Malawians of promises of shoes. in 1994. Never. That is not the case. The Malawi we have today is enlightened society, a civilized society, generated generation, if you don't understand. We are well generated. There is no way a political party or a few individuals on the mask of government will come and say, we want to do this. No, Malawians will say, no, that's why we are coming from court. And for several cases, 8 of them, if I may not be wrong, you lost all of them. But your government, now you are telling people, government, it cannot be run by court. It is happening because of your own failures. Therefore, you should not have the audacity to keep on delaying or changing statements. Let me say something. These very courts that you are undermining, that they are running country, one day they are going to remove you. And can I tell you this? It's tick-tock, tick-tock. Minutes are going. Because when 150 days comes, somebody is going to be stripped of the president. We are going to have interim president and presidential council if need be. Something that we would have done, I believe, Jenny ANSAH particularly, and all of you who are in DPP, the best thing we would have done is create a table, as I said. Let Tonsi Alliance produce their number of commissioners. You provide yours also because you are still in the State House. Let them come on the table and they should go to Parliament, get instructions, they run elections, and then election must be held, a new government comes into power, then Malawi must move. These hula baloos we are playing, this shenaniganism that you are playing is delaying development in Malawi. And I question your integrity as leaders. Why are you happy seeing Malawi static as it is? Stagnant as it is, not moving. How are you happy? We have COVID-19 and we have political situation at home. Why don't you move away from one thing so that you can face one problem? But you are still playing around about politics. Now let me tell you, Malawi has found a direction now. In these elections, it is a decisive time when Malawi is going to choose a direction. And let me tell you, we are choosing forward. Some of you will choose west, some of you will choose east, or you choose south or north. We of Muvi are encouraging Malawi to say, the Malawi that we are